This 40th anniversary season at Opera Philadelphia is bringing in just a raft of the greatest singers alive today. David Daniels, HEIDI STOBER, Michelle DeYoung, Eric Owens, Larry Brownlee. To be in that company is an honor.
Well, Oscar by Theo Morrison is a next installment for our American Repertoire Program, and this is our commitment to really develop a canon of new work that will hold its own to the classical repertoire.
When Theo came to me to ask, subject matter, my comment to him was not so much about a historical figure, but something that had an edge to it.
And David Daniels, as our preeminent countertenor today, really does a marvelous job of creating that aura of who Oscar Wilde was in society.
He brought so many different layers to this man. The wit, the sensitivity, the vulnerability, the passion, and he sounded divine in this role.
This is a story about Oscar not being necessarily only a victim, but that he's a heroic character.
The mission of Curtis is learning by doing.
Well, one of the great joys of being the General Director of Opera Philadelphia is been overseeing the Aurora series at the Perlman, our chamber of work, and in March each year we have a production from Curtis that we feature.
I have the philosophy that a young singer, they will learn much more doing a small role at the opera company than whatever we can teach them here. When you decide to do a piece like Ariadne, the key role of Ariadne herself, it's not that it's such a long role, but it's meant for singers who will ultimately maybe go on and sing lots of the bigger Strauss roles, the bigger Wagner roles, and so forth and so on. In the Perlman would be a really interesting experience because we're used to seeing it maybe in a larger kind of space like the Academy. What more can you ask?
You can't imagine to have Don Carlo without having a great King Philip.
We wanted to have the great Eric Owens on our stage for our 40th anniversary.
In my mind, Don Carlo is one of those operas that's just perfect. He's not a well-liked person. So when it comes to matters of the heart, he's probably ill-equipped to deal with that.
It really addresses many levels. There's love, there's betrayal, there's political intrigue, war.
All these power plays in these little pockets and vacuums of power. And then you add to that Verdi, who just takes it and elevates it and makes everything seem sublime. Always, when I get a chance to sing Verdi, it seems like a homecoming for my voice. I feel comfortable, and so to actually do this role that I've wanted to do for so long at home, it's just the perfect match.
I think the life and story of Charlie Parker is one that suits itself very well to be made into an opera.
And it's inspirational, and it's moving, and it's colorful, and it's strong, and it's American.
What we have to do is try to tell the story in a meaningful, a respectful way, that we don't try to imitate him, but try to tell his story that it really reads to the public.
It's not so much about having a jazz band or writing a jazz opera. It's about something that might have been a dream of Charlie Parker.
I think that creates a storyline which, without becoming a biopic, without reliving the facts of his life, goes to the essence, to the poetic essence, if you like, of his life.
It's not about the music of Charlie Parker in the sense that we have, that we take the music of Charlie Parker and put words to it.
His stamp on what we do in music, you can see in every genre of music. And so I think people have respect for the fact that we're trying to present a story that applies to all.